Today I'm going to explain the spinal cord. Extension of spinal cord. Above, medulla oblongata extension from the foramen magnum. From there above it extends. Below it extends to conus medullaris. This is conus medullaris. Conus medullaris present at the lower border of L1 or upper border of L2. So in the upper part there is a covering called meninges from inside to out. See, this is spinal cord. This is called first covering inside, pia mater. This is arachnoid matter. This is dural matter. Okay, so now this space is called between the pia mater and arachnoid matter is called subarachnoid space. Contains CSF. As in physiology, I have read from the third ventricle to fourth ventricle, lateral to third to fourth, from fourth to subarachnoid space via the foramen of Magendie and foramen of Luschka. This is subarachnoid space CSF contains. Between the arachnoid matter and dura mater, space is called as subdural space. And outside the dura mater, you have a space called subdural space. So this is a pia mater, right? Pia mater modifications. The innermost layer, this is spinal cord. This layer get modified into four modifications are present. Let's see it. First modification, if you go downwards, you will get the conus medullaris. If you below the conus medullaris, if you extend it, you will get a phylum terminal. Process of pia mater, phylum terminal extends into rest of the lower 1/3 of the spinal cord, because here you saw the conus medullaris extends till lower border of L1 or upper border of L2. The rest of the lower 1/3 of spinal cord is extended by phylum terminal. Second modification is called as ligamentum denticulata. Thin and transparent sheet. I think you can see here. It is now clearly visible. This thin and somewhat opaque structure is called ligamentum denticulata, thin and transparent. It is present between the ventral spinal rootlets and dorsal spinal rootlet. Between this it is present, and its extension, it passes through the subarachnoid space, arachnoid matter, subdural space, and gets attached to the inner layer of dura mater. Okay, because you have seen here space, it passes through the subarachnoid space, arachnoid matter, subdural space, and the inner aspect of dura mater. I think now you understood this part. Okay, functions. What is this function? Ligamentum denticulata. This is spinal cord. This is ligamentum denticulata. Here it attaches the spinal cord, means it holds in the fixed position like this. These are walls, you think, vertebral column. It holds in fixed position for the spinal cord. Next modification, in the anterior aspect you can see thick band called linea splendens. This part, linea splendens. Here you can see like fourth modification, posterior side. This was anterior, this is posterior side. You can see here a posterior median sulcus. This modification is called subarachnoid septum. It arises from the posterior median sulcus and gets attached to inner surface of arachnoid matter. There you saw the coverings. That arachnoid matter is there. Here posterior median sulcus is there. From here it gets attached to the inner aspect of the arachnoid matter. This is posterior median sulcus. This is aragonoid matter. From here it gets attached. This is called fourth modification called subarachnoid septum. Now coming to the external features of spinal cord. Anterior part, you can see this line. This is called anterior median fissure, lodges the anterior spinal artery. And beside this, lateral to the anterior median fissure is two sulci is present. Anterolateral sulcus gives anterior nerve rootlets. Here, see, you can see this part. This is anterior nerve rootlets from the anterolateral sulci. Okay, posterior part, posterior median sulcus is present. This beside that, as we said above, posterolateral sulcus. Here, dorsal nerve rootlets. There, anterior nerve rootlets. Here, dorsal. Anterior also called as ventral. Ventral nerve rootlets, dorsal or posterior nerve rootlets. You understood? Okay. So there are segments. The upper part is called as cervical segment. From here to here is called thoracic segment. From here lumbar segment till here sacral, at last coccyx. So upper part and lower part form two enlargement called cervical enlargement or upper part enlargement, lumbar enlargement or lower part enlargement. Cervical enlargement is from C3 to T2 and lumbar enlargement is from L1 to AS3. Just remember, okay. Reason for these enlargements. These upper enlargements supply the upper limb extra musculature, and lower enlargement, lower part, supply lower limb extra musculature. So you saw there, here, what is this? Conus medullaris, right? Here, conus medullaris you saw, and you saw filum terminal. So phylum, beside these there are bunches or bundles of nerve fibers called cauda equina. Important. And in the upper part you can see this spinal cord. Inner we have gray matter, H shape. Outer we have white matter. As normally we see the spinal cord section, H shape, inner gray matter, outer white matter, and anterior horn. Posteriorly you have posterior horn of gray matter, and central H shape. This is, you have, there is a canal, central canal, where CSF is containing. So this is the explanation of spinal cord. Hope you understood. Thank you.